Every day, gurus try to convince you that making money with AI is as easy as pulling a lever and watching passive income roll in. They push consumer-facing ideas, like launching faceless YouTube channels that pump out generated videos, or buying into trading bots that supposedly print cash on autopilot. The reality of the market is that platforms actively suppress this kind of low-effort content. YouTube channels relying solely on generated slop get demonetized within weeks, and those trading signals usually expire before you even recoup your initial investment. When you chase these shortcuts, you sacrifice any chance of building brand equity. You end up with a gimmick that has zero audience loyalty and absolutely no defense against the millions of other people using the exact same tools. The actual money in AI right now requires walking away from passive consumer gimmicks entirely. It comes from actively solving expensive operational problems for real businesses. Local business owners are already overwhelmed delivering for their clients. They have capital to spend, but no time to figure out automation. Meanwhile, aspiring entrepreneurs have access to the AI tools, but no strategic direction for applying them. You cannot pick an AI business model out of a hat based on a trend. Your success relies entirely on matching the technology to the specific skills and advantages you already possess. This quadrant chart maps the current market. The horizontal axis measures hype, the vertical tracks profitability. Down in the high-noise, low-profit zone, faceless YouTube channels and trading bots. Up in the low-hype, high-profit corner, serious B2B work, like agent development. To ensure you build a business you can actually run, you need to honestly assess where you fit. Identify yourself as a domain expert, a sales operator, or a technical optimizer. The domain expert has established operational experience in a specific industry, but lacks a background in writing code. If this is you, your strongest play is AI consulting. This involves walking into local businesses, auditing their daily operations, and finding every bottleneck where AI can reduce workflow waste. Because you deliver customized implementation, you can command fees of up to $50,000 per project. The trade-off is that this model relies heavily on your personal time, making it difficult to scale without hiring a full team. Your second option is niche copywriting. Instead of acting as a generic prompt engineer, you train AI models to perfectly capture the exact tone and terminology of one specific industry, separating your work from free, out-of-the-box tools. This scorecard matrix ranks these two options across profitability, competition, and longevity. Over a 3-year horizon, consulting holds strong in green for longevity and profit. Copywriting drops fast in the competition column because standard models are closing the gap on basic content. For the domain expert, the actual product is your industry authority. The AI simply acts as an execution multiplier for the knowledge you already have. The sales operator is highly social, entirely comfortable with cold outreach, and excels at closing deals. Your immediate target is AI lead generation. You manage automated scraping and research tools to capture verified contact data and then sell those warm leads directly to businesses desperate for pipeline. You're effectively selling money, which makes it highly profitable right out of the gate. However, it operates in a fiercely crowded space that demands aggressive, continuous outreach from you just to stay visible. The alternative is selling AI voice agents. These act as full-time receptionists for service businesses like plumbers or dental clinics, booking appointments and capturing revenue from missed calls 24 hours a day. Let's pull up the matrix to compare lead gen against voice agents. Voice agents secure green for profitability from sticky monthly retainers, but hit a serious barrier in client trust. Local owners are highly skeptical of putting a bot on the front line. For the sales operator, wealth is generated by doing the unglamorous, manual work of overcoming that B2B skepticism and onboarding clients, not by trying to write the best code. The technical optimizer is fluent in code, comfortable with API workflows, and capable of designing complex system architecture. With these skills, your primary focus is agent development. This means architecting internal teams of AI bots, for example, designing a primary chief of staff agent that oversees a cluster of specialized subordinate tools. Creating repeatable workflows that replace direct labor costs allows a business to seamlessly scale up without adding any headcount. Because of this, agent development carries the highest enterprise value and ceiling of any option here. The trade-off is that the technical requirements are steep enough to completely lock out the vast majority of the market. Your secondary option is managed cybersecurity. You deploy AI to monitor networks around the clock for phishing attempts or social engineering hacks, securing massive insurance-style enterprise contracts. Looking at our final matrix, we can weigh the sustainability of agent development against managed cybersecurity. Managed cybersecurity peaks with maximum profitability, but it comes with a severe liability risk. If an AI-powered attack breaches your client's system, the fallout can cost millions. If you have the coding skills, ignore the simple AI wrappers. Your path requires committing to complex, high-stakes infrastructure that other developers cannot easily replicate. Regardless of which path you choose, almost all beginners share a fatal execution flaw. They build the technology before they ever secure a paying customer. You must start with the validation phase. Build a simple landing page, text your personal network, and ask about their specific bottlenecks. This flowchart details a successful B2B launch: validate, pre-sell, manual concierge, and productize. Moving straight to pre-selling collects upfront cash flow. Then, in the manual concierge phase, you personally act as the AI, using off-the-shelf tools to guarantee valuable output before coding anything. The reality of this phase is brutal. It forces you to face direct market rejection and completely eliminates any dream of passive income during your startup period. If you try to skip that manual phase, you guarantee that you will spend months building an automated product that no business owner actually wants to buy. True automation is only achieved after the manual friction of the concierge phase forces you to perfect the process and prove its actual value. Your mandate is straightforward. Identify your singular advantage, whether that is your domain expertise, your sales ability, or your technical skills, and commit to the exact model that leverages it. Aggressively pre-sell your service to the people who need it right now, and shut out the noise of whatever new consumer AI tool launches next week. Sustainable wealth in the AI era does not come from stumbling into an effortless passive trick. It comes from identifying the hardest, most expensive bottlenecks for real businesses and doing the active work to solve them.